Hey everybody, it's Chanchai. We are going to do our normal dojo sessions. It's Tuesday. People might forget that it's Tuesday because we just had holiday Monday, Labor Day. So we're going to be starting up, and we're going to do a slight delay, maybe 5-minute delay, and we'll start the room up very soon. But I want to talk about something that's really important. So today's theme, we're going to talk about how to do league battles for everyone. I want to make it clear that I love doing this, and I've been very successful ever since Ultimate Showdown came out in setting up league battles, and especially during Revo, it's been much more pronounced. But we've also been, Akai has also been very successful at doing them, and I want to talk about how we successfully do that so that people like yourselves can form rooms that use this amazing mode, because I think it's like the best multiplayer mode in fighting games. So for example, you can set up your rooms, and we got some of our friends who have got rooms right now, and they're setting them up in nice ways. And it's really good to go ahead and you can do an open room as well when you create a league battle. So we're going to do the match type league. And I do recommend the one battle win condition when you do a league, unless it's a privately set up league battle for your friends. Because if you do two, then I would only do that with like less than 10 people. Probably 8 at the most, personally, but because it goes really, really long. When you do win to 2 battles on league mode, it's amazing, but that's got to be a dedicated group. If you're doing something more public, I would do 1. Simultaneous match, you definitely want that on, because that's a wonderful feature. Stage, I like random, and then unless you have a theme for the room. Generally, I'm gonna suggest to you all that you should make a public room, and in that, what comment you set is good. And so in which case, I would turn spectators off. The only reason being is that people that come in as spectators tend to spam stickers like crazy. Sometimes you can turn that off, but most of the time I just kind of turn the spectator off, and you, the host, can actually spectate still. Room tag is important, so for me, I let people know that I'm streaming, I let people know that I'm commentating. However, you can do things like, for example, if you were going to do an open league battle room, I would recommend that you could also do something like, I don't see it here, but it's really too bad. I was hoping something like it says good connections only, because that's kind of what I want to see here. I don't see that. I think I'm going to recommend to Sega that they have, I know that it sounds weird, but something that says good connections only, because then that would give you, if you're not one to run a stream, and I recommend running a stream when you open a league battle, but if somebody was to just do a public room, at least kind of put that condition so people understand if you boot them for having a slower connection. Now, if they have a slower connection, now I don't boot anybody, really. I talk to them first anyways, but having that would probably be the kind of semi-polite way to do it online. We don't have that right now, but that's okay. I use my stream to communicate, and I do recommend using a stream to communicate. Alright, I'm going to put myself in as a spectator. We're going to create the room. The room is open. We're going to do the passcode 4565. Now, if you know that you're doing a group and you have a stream or whatever, passcode is great. Otherwise, a public room is pretty good for setting it up. We're going to talk more on that topic, but I wanted to cover, let me kill the room, because I forgot to set the player count. So the player count is important. I do 16. If some night you want to do something public, 4 is fine, 6 is really good, 8 is pretty good. You want to have an idea of the time span between league battles, and I would say use the rule of thumb that the most time is going to be 5 minutes. It's actually 6 minutes, so technically a round could go 6 minutes, but usually they go between 3 and 5 minutes. So and so you use that as like your clock to kind of have an idea of how long this league's going to be. If you had a league of 8, I would multiply that by 6, and that would be like the max time for that league would be 6 times 8 is 48. But the minimum time would be 3 minutes, right? And so 3 minutes, so 8 times 3 is 24. So it's going to be 24 to 48 minutes. It's good to understand this too.
Ready, go!
Yeah. So I really want to recommend that people do consider setting up. Here's the good thing about setting up a room as league by default. You can set it up as a league, but still play it like your normal rooms. And then when a certain amount of people come out, you can communicate that you're going to start the league, right? You could, if we press square, and you can see these here, all these nice things that we're saying, right? And so you do want to use communication. If you're not using a stream to communicate, at least you can use this to communicate. And so you can say the number of matches before we're going to start the next league battle. You can say ready, preparing, right? And you can communicate these types of things. I don't know if it has something about connection though. I wish it did. Because it would be good. I know it can be rude, but it could at least communicate your intent. I, again, highly recommend using a stream. It's wonderful that we're already at 12 people right away. We're going to hit 16 very quickly. So good to see you, Subterra, Incident, Poke Suzuki, Hat Person, really awesome to see you. Welcome back, Dr. Hugbox, 2 Scoops of Face, Sergide, Avoid, Kasano, HP StarCraft, Spacetime, and Bushido. This is really, really good. And both Spacetime and Bushido are working on Jackie. Jackie is great. Jackie is actually going to teach you how to kind of play aggressively while being safe, or punishing, or you can play safe and punish people for making mistakes. It's really good. So again, I think League mode is amazing. I think it's wonderful to have this mode in this game, and I think it's one of the best resources you can use. Now, how we get to doing that, it does take a little coordination, more than normal. But now if you have a group of sparring partners you want to do, absolutely, just run at it right away, do that. You have a group of friends ready to commit to doing a league battle. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, the communication platforms though, I would recommend either, again, streaming is one. A streaming platform is really important, but a communication platform is important. You can use Discord as a communication platform. You could even share your screen on Discord, which is great. But having like a voice chat room for everyone to chat, or a dedicated chat room for everybody to post messages and read would help. So I would recommend using like Discord to facilitate communication of what you're doing with the league battle. Again, the 2 most successful league battles I think that have happened in North America, at least, or in the West, has generally been Akai's league, which Akai does every, traditionally, well, lately every Saturday and Sunday when able, almost always. And for me, I do them on Tuesdays, the dojo sessions. I'm going to put on an ad right now, and then I'm going to talk about what is super important to do. Probably the most important thing when you want to do league battles. I'm going to talk about that soon. And so let's, I'll pop on an ad right now.
Round 3. Ready, go!
But I've got browsers muted. We're gonna mute the browser stuff. Okay, good. Okay.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Some things about Windows I'm not crazy about lately, and that's more about newer Windows than anything. Older Windows did not have this kind of issue, but newer does. Let's see here. Alright, so I'm going to pop this ad on. After the ad, we're going to talk about what is the most important thing to doing league battles and to making them successful. And we're going to talk about how you can do it too, because I would like more people in the community to be able to do these things. And so I want to talk about concepts that help with community management and help with running events. So let's see here, Stream Manager. Let's click an ad so that you guys won't worry about it. Good, there's an ad running right now. So.
Knockout! two. Ready, go! Ho! Knockout! Round three. Ready, go! Ho! 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 Knockout!
Okay. All right, everyone. Let's talk about this. Can you guys hear me? Is there an ad blocking you all? Let me know if there's an ad that's blocking you. Well, if you saw an ad. But if you guys can hear me talk, let me know, and we'll talk about this wonderful topic. Talk about how you guys can do better league battles and set them up. Hey, Poke Suzuki, it's so good to see you. As you all know, last week I talked about sharing is caring. And Poke Suzuki has been doing a wonderful job sharing events that they're aware of and really doing a lot of shout outs. And Poke Suzuki is not normally that type. Poke Suzuki is a lot like most players that I've met, where traditionally they were a lurker but they love playing VF, but only recently did they get more active in the community, and I think that's been wonderful. So huge shout outs to Poke Suzuki, and thank you very much for following the advice that sharing is caring, because I think it really helps. I think it helps people know these events are happening, people are having fun, results are happening, and it helps the events. If you can get, even if you can't go to an event, but you can help 2 people go to an event, that's a net positive. That's even more contribution than if you went. But of course, it's always extra special if you can go. Showing up, super important, but sharing is also very important, and I appreciate you all when you do that. So, okay, sounds very good. So now, if you guys want to guess, what is the most important thing when you're running an event? There's one thing that is absolutely super important. Like, especially if you're going to do weeklies, especially if you want to build a community, the number one most important thing, well, snacks is important, but number one things, advertising is important. The number one thing is consistency. That's it. That's what's different between Akai and myself and almost everyone else. It's consistency. It's being there and like trying so hard to be there. We're not there every time, but we try as hard as we can to be there every time. You have to be there. People have to rely on you being there. If last second you feel like no one's going to show and you cancel, there will be people that show and not show up again because you canceled. It takes time for them to build back that trust to go to your event. If you flake out on your own event, they will trust you less. They won't say it. They won't say it to you. Their actions are going to speak a lot louder than words, and the actions are going to be their inaction. So the number one most important thing for any event is to be consistent, as you can. People understand when you can't, if you have good reason to. Even if you're the only one that's there, it's really important. We're going to double check and make sure that this league runs through. It looks like it will. So it looks like we don't have to reset this. I see no crashes right now. And I'm going to continue this lecture. But consistency, showing up, for the host, showing up is the most critical thing. But not just that, being consistent. If you have to keep changing, people will understand if you have reasons to do that. But figuring out that time that you can commit. Ryan Hart recently posted, he answered a question that a fan of his asked, like, how did you get so good? What did you need? And he said, you have to sacrifice. Sometimes your time is that sacrifice. It might feel that way. It doesn't feel that way to me. But you can think of your time commitment as a sacrifice. You're giving up all of the opportunity costs to do all those other things you could be doing because you're making time for the community. But you need to be consistent. Chief Flash, his events ran off great, right? consistent every Friday night until he stopped, until he had to stop. Chief Flash's events during Ultimate Showdown were the most popular events because he was consistent. Now, consistency by itself is not everything, but it is the key ingredient. So if you don't have this key ingredient, it's just like, it's hard. It's way hard to make it work. There's other things you need to do to support that key ingredient. There are other ingredients in the mix. That consistency is the number one most important thing. You got to be reliable. People got to know they can at least rely on certain things. They don't need you. Everyone's going to decide what they're going to rely on you for. But when you betray that thing, that's actually really hard to build that back. It's hard to trust it, right? That's like if I changed my whole presentation to be somebody that was way loud and way different, you guys would kind of lose trust in what I'm doing because you'd be like, that's not Chanchai, or he's trying too hard, right? Unless I was really good at it. If I nail it, awesome, and then you see a whole new side of me. But more likely, if I don't nail it, you'll be like, your sense of the reliability will be betrayed a bit. And so for me, my content's not the most exciting, but for a lot of people, my content is very meaningful. And it doesn't mean exciting content's not meaningful. It's just that I'm meaningful in a certain way, and you guys know you can trust that. I think a lot of people know they can trust me. But I also do try to. You guys have seen that when I can't make it on a night that is regular, like on a Tuesday, I really do try to put the noise out there, the signal out there that I can't, that Tuesday session's canceled, because the hope is that if anybody didn't hear that message, I'm hoping that they will from someone else in the community saying, hey, Chanchai couldn't do it tonight, but he always does it on Tuesday. We know we can trust it. It's just that something came up and we understand and he told us. But if I didn't tell you guys, that would also be bad. So follow up, also a supportive main ingredient. That you got to be consistent, but even with that, if you have exceptions, you got to communicate them, and you can do them with pride. That it's not like a betrayal of everyone if you communicate well and you're still sticking with the schedule, but people understand that things happen, So, hey, CP Skills. So we're talking about running events, and today's theme is, my presentation is not the best, so I could definitely I am going to change my layout so that I can put themes up and really put information about what I'm talking about. But today's theme at the start of the stream is basically, I want to help people they can set up their own leagues as well. Not that they're trying to compete with me, but that they're trying to set up leagues and do them successfully, because I think league battles are the best modes it's one of the very best modes in all of multiplayer fighting games. I think this league battle is great because it's round robin, and you can also communicate that this league battle is just round robin, because people will understand if you said this is round robin. I probably should just advertise that these are round robin battles, and everybody would get that much quicker. When it's league, they're like, oh, I don't know if I'm that competitive. Oh, I don't know how strong. Oh, I don't know the time. It's like, oh, it's round robin, you get to play a lot of matches. But usually I just say we get to play a lot of matches at the same time. That's what they want to know. That's the straight dope. And Skills, so good to see you. Thanks for the question, and thank you. I'm happy to make sure that you're up to speed too. So what I did talk a little bit about the settings, and earlier the main points I've made. At first I said that communication is important when you do these league battles. Akai and myself have done the most successful league battles in the West, but I said that basically having a communication platform helps a lot. If you're not using that, then you're going to have to do a lot of the communication in-game, and that's really tough. But if you use either Discord or preferably you do a live stream, those are great ways to do it. Now, Discord works with a private group, with a group of friends or a community that knows each other. Streaming helps because streaming, you can communicate with everyone. If LD Wells ran like a league battle, or ran a round robin, I think it would be easy to follow what's going on, and he could get everybody up to speed, and he could address everyone's concerns. Right? I get to hear from you. I get to respond to what you're asking. So it's important to have a communication platform to work with, or if everyone's on voice chat, that works too. Discord is really great for it. Discord's great for both the text chat messaging as well as the voice, but you have to keep checking on the text chat if anybody's using that. If you use the game, there's a limit to what you can do, but there are good ways. We'll talk later about good ways to set up public session league battles that you can do. But we'll get to that. After that, I said there's one super, absolutely most important thing. Even if you didn't hear it, do you want to guess or want to repeat what is the number one most important thing if you're going to do events? If you're going to do anything like a session and you want people to show up when you're on the terms that you set. The number one most important thing, right? Some people were guessing advertising, some people were guessing, and I said that's really important, but I said that wasn't the number one most important thing. Some people were saying, had different answers. But the answer is, word of mouth is definitely important, that's part of advertising. But the number one was reliability, showing up. It means being consistent. It means if you set yourself on Tuesdays at 7:30, it pretty much needs to always be that. And if it can't be that, at least you need to make sure that as many people as possible know that you couldn't do it that night. But also, you'll have to be consistent. So you'll have to be much more better than average. You'll have to be almost every time on that schedule. It's really important. For any event to be successful, to grow, to gain the audience, it has to be very consistent. That's all it takes. Now, that's not all it takes, but that's the main ingredient. There are other ingredients that have to be there too, but that one is the most critical. I used to run fighting game sessions in college, and I would post flyers all over the college, and I'd set a time and a place, and I was always there when I did that. Now, if it was only me there, in the worst case scenario, I would practice on training mode, or I would study. I would still be there though, and I would have a sign so people knew that I was the guy, that if they wanted to play fighting games, I was the one to talk to. They need to have a marker so they know. But online, we can set up a room, we can do a lot. So that was the most important thing. I hope that makes sense, and I'm pretty sure everybody got the message on that now. So if you're going to do any kind of event and you want more people to be there, if number of people matters to you, do that. Then you must be consistent and try really hard not to flake out. If you flake out, you will lose. A lot of people will just not always be there, and it might take a while before you can kind of build it up. Super, super important. Yeah, so communication is really key. Now, we will talk about that. I think later we can talk more about how to run local FGC events. Tonight we're talking about how can we use League Battle. How can we do more round robins? Because I do think this is one of the best modes in all of gaming. Okay, so CP Skills says, one of the problems I've had since forums are no longer a thing is knowing where all tournament information is. I agree. Especially stream schedules. I agree. The FGC relies on Twitter way too much. I agree. Not everyone is on Twitter. Totally true. And you have to follow the right people, which means you have to be in the know beforehand. Yeah, so this is the thing about Twitter. I do use Twitter. Right now, we do have a resource in virtualfighter.com. The problem is not enough people do that. So we've crossed generations. I would say I'm not blaming a generation. I'm saying as an indicator of the large group as a whole, you have to do a lot of work right now and you got to find the platforms that work. So when I do the Chanchai's Dojo, for sure, I communicate it on Twitter, I communicate it on Blue Sky, I communicate it on a lot of Discords. Even ones that I know otherwise might be annoyed if I kept doing this for more events, but they've been very patient with me, letting me communicate it. So I do it at the Portland. I do it in the Portland Discord. I do it in the Seattle Discord. I do it in the
Round 3.
VF community Discord. Today I did not do it on the official VF Discord actually, but normally I would. Actually, this is the first week where I probably didn't do that. It wasn't intentional. It was that I was really running all over the place, and I was in a scramble and busy. But that's not a good excuse, because I am trying to use the official VF Discord more, because that actually reaches a lot of people. The official VF Discord has so many lurkers you have no idea. It is really good. Now you want to follow its rules. So because it has a lot of rules and protocol and limits on what it'll do, that has scared some creators in the community, some organizers in the community from kind of using it to its full potential. But it is a good place, 100% good place. I posted about this on Reddit too. I posted about it on Facebook today too. So you will see posts about today's session in Reddit. You'll see posts about it in Facebook already. You'll see it on Blue Sky. You'll see it on X. You'll see it on... Now, I couldn't do TikTok because TikTok has rules. And I apparently violated rules when I did this on TikTok. So from my understanding, you're not supposed to announce community events or draw people to your live stream unless you're streaming on TikTok. So I'm going to reread those rules and try to figure out what the heck the community strike was, because it just says, well, you know what you did, so understand that you broke the rules. It's like, okay. And it gives you a huge like multi-section, multi-page document for you to read to figure out what the hell rule that you broke. You know, but it won't tell you which rule you broke. It just gives you, it tells you that you broke a rule in one of the sections, you know. So yeah, so TikTok, but the official VF Discord by Sega is actually a good spot. It's a good spot to get the word out, but it is not it's organized like it has so many different sections, and it serves, if you end up unlocking both the Japanese and the English, then it's like double the amount of stuff that you see on there already. So I do, but it means that I'm scrolling a lot on it. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying that's kind of the way they structured it, because there's a lot of different uses for it, and they make good use of it. Like, I do like the way the Virtua Fighter Open Championships has been run on the Virtua Fighter official Discord. It's one of those things where Discord is a very interesting internal small community resource that's amazing, but it's definitely quirky, and trying to translate different platforms or ideas into it is always tricky. I've run multiple Discord servers. I get it, and this is on a platform that like every 3 months rolls out a new feature, and sometimes changes the rules on how to use its features. So Discord is a bit of a it's a heavy tool, but it's also one that can be kind of hard to streamline, because it by itself it doesn't streamline itself even. But Discord is amazing for simple stuff, and so if you're gonna run a league battle, it's great to communicate on it, because you can use it for the voice chat and the text chat too. And I know some people would prefer just text chat only. You can do that with the Discord. It's pretty good for that, but you just got to make sure everybody else is on board. So, like, I know Paul68 KDMD likes to type. He doesn't like to talk. And so for Paul68 KDMD, he could run league battles just kind of, but I know he would probably kick people out if they were not, like, if they were orange or gray. And I wish that there was the thing on there saying, hey, I only take yellow bars, or I only take green bars only. Let's talk about that topic though. So we talked a lot about these platforms, and I think you guys already get the gist on them, but it'll come back. But let's talk about some of the features of if we were to set up a league battle just for fun, just for our friends, right? How do we do this more effectively? You definitely want to indicate in your room what you prefer. I wonder if there's regions. You got to look at all the status markers that you can put in, so that if you're going to make it public. If you're not going to make it public, you can have a code. But if you have a passcode, then you absolutely must be using Discord, a group that knows, like a regular group, or it's got to be like or like on a stream like I do, where everybody can and you guys know I have it written on the stream what the code is for the room, But you guys have seen how many times people come in and still ask for the room code, and that's okay. I'm happy when the chat responds and tells them, hey, passcode is 4565, and it always is on Chancha's Dojo. So yeah, this mode is amazing, right? Sir GD, this mode is really amazing. You get to build experience, you get to see a lot. And the thing is I know not everybody likes first to one, but first to one, I think you can learn so much through it. You kind of have to make quick judgment calls. You're forced to have a strategy almost right away, but adjust to the opponent's strategy very quickly and make a decision how you're going to do it. You may be wrong, you may be right, but you're going to do a lot. It's a wonderful thing about this mode. Another thing I said earlier about league battles, match times range between average of 3 minutes, but they could also, matches can go as long as about 6 minutes, just under 6 minutes. So, and if that's including like the loading screen and all that. So what I would say is that if you want to understand like the time frame you have, in case you gotta like if you only have an hour, well, okay, then the max time would be an hour divided by 6, that's 10. So then you're like, you know what, if I started the league battle right now and didn't stop it or pause it at all, I could run 10, but let's go run 8 people. 8 people, I'll be done within an hour. As long as we don't pause that league battle, right? As long as we don't pause it or stop it or reset it. So 6 minutes, calculate each round as being up to 6 minutes. That's like the cap. They typically run at about 3.5 to 4 minutes. But you should give yourself some slack room. So use the 6-minute rule. If you want to use a 5-minute rule, that's perfectly fine as well. It'll average out to work. Because there will be some rounds where everybody finishes fast, but you're worried about the league battles where the rounds where everybody takes the maximum amount of time. Because you don't want to kill the league when you're the one running it and you suddenly have to go to dinner, right? So you want to have this idea of how long the league's going to take based on the number of people. Again, league mode is awesome because even if you don't run the league, you can run it. It's a normal room, and the warm-up matches are the normal thing. So it's just that the league will start either when you hit the player cap that you set, and honestly, if you're playing with friends, I think 4, 6, or 8 is really great. I think it's really good. If you want to set up a public room, understand you'll get all kinds of different connections. You really do want to use your communication on stream or on Discord if you're going to do a public session. Because if you're going to do a public session, you want to tell everybody, hey, and I should have told everybody this right now. In this league battle, I recommend setting the delay to 4. 4 is a really good setting. If you keep it on the default at 2, you're going to have a bad match somewhere probably, because we have a lot of players here that are all across the country, all across the continent, and sometimes I do let people from EU and let people from South America come in. I don't advertise that, but I haven't really kicked them out because generally it still sometimes works pretty well. But understand, you're going to have a match where you want that delay 4, delay 5 sometimes. If the room is not kicking someone out, but you see that somebody is an orange, I would actually maybe even go to 5, but definitely a 4. And no faster than the 4 if you see an orange bar in the room. We're seeing all greens and yellows. Technically 3 is fine, but I still would go on 4. Just remember that the game picks between the 2 players, whoever has the fastest setting. If somebody sets it to a 1, it's not a fun time for a lot of people. If somebody sets it to a 2, could very well be like that, especially with yellows. So, you're asking to see a lot of rollback. It's not the nice thing to do. In league battles, if it's a big open session like I do, delay 4 or slower. Delay 4 or delay 5.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Yeah, running leagues with 4 players is fun. Like, let's talk about the advantage to using league mode. League mode lets you play as much matches as possible. You don't get to watch everyone's matches, but you get to fight everybody one after another really quickly, in quick succession. You gain so much experience, and it's a lot of fun. Now you'll only be focused on your matches, but that's okay. But yeah, I do wish that is definitely going to be on my recommendation, that they need to make it so that you can switch the mode of the room properly without having to reset the room. Right now, and their menu design suggests that was the intention. It suggests that that was intended, but for whatever reason, that was not what was delivered in the end. So right now, if you want to make the room a league room, it's gotta be a league room from the start, and just know that the warm-up matches are the normal room activity. But I think league rooms are they're really good. Round robin is such a good way to play, and a good way to make sure everybody's having a good time. So I want to encourage more people to use it, and I want them to use it within their own personal community of friends, community of sparring partners, and sometimes public rooms too, because you want to leave the door open for some people. The risk, of course, with a public room is you're going to run into someone who's got one delay or whatever, or a gray bar, and so you got to manage that. There's something I want to talk about: connection. So somebody comes into the room and you see this connection, I wouldn't recommend judging it right away. Honestly, you should give it about 2 minutes. Give it about 2 minutes, and then the indicator will be more accurate after that. If they just got into the room, that's not that many pings, and it may look good or bad, but you'll probably see it act differently later. So I do not recommend kicking somebody out when they just enter the room and they look gray or they look orange or red. I would give it a minute, probably 2 minutes. I would give it 2 minutes and then double check and see if it's still like that. And if it's still like that, try to communicate with them if you can, but if you have to, for the sake of the group, you can kick them out. But it would be better to follow some kind of nice etiquette about this. Again, that's where I wish the game would have more things that it could say, and I'll show that. I do want to have Bushido still on the screen here, so I'm going to wait till this battle's over to go over some of these possible messages, because they help, they communicate, if you're going to make it public anyways. I prefer to use a passcode and have the stream when I do it. If you do a four-person room, you don't need a stream or communication platform though, if it's your friends. So. But yeah, it would be great if we could just convert it to league just in a moment. We're like, oh, we got a lot of people, let's make it a league. There is a difference between Ultimate Showdown and Revo, and of course this will change when everyone's playing Revo. But on Revo, if I'm running a league battle, like a league room, and we're in the middle of league, but like let's say we have 14 players, 2 people can still join. They won't be able to play, they'll have to wait until the league's over, but they could join. They can sit there and wait. In Ultimate Showdown, can't do it. In Ultimate Showdown, once the league battle is actually playing leagues, the room totally disappears. Now right now our room is not showing up on the screen in the lobby because we have all 16 players. If we had 15 players, the room would show up. But I'm not asking anyone right now to leave. Just understand that right now in Revo, our room would actually show up if we had less than 16 players. And people could join in the middle of it, though they'd have to sit and wait till the whole thing was done before they could play. But on Ultimate Showdown, because we're in a league battle right now, when league matches are happening, the room does not show up on Ultimate Showdown. On PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, you won't see them in the lobby. They'll be completely invisible from the lobby. Alright, so now, if we hit square, you can kind of see these are the things that you say to players that are in the room. And they don't always read it, but you could try to rely on it. We cannot adjust the room settings, but normally in the room settings, you can kind of set what you're saying. Okay, cool. Just what it's saying during the match. Yeah, so you can kind of see our spectator and all that. Good. animation log. Alright, let's go back here. Well, you can still have the room chat if you want. I just have it all, like I just have it not showing during the matches, I think.
Ready, go!
Special shout out to Evoid. They do stream their matches sometimes, I think, and they've always been very supportive of the dojo sessions. I do think the green Kage looks cool. So, that said, does anyone have any questions about the league battle? I do think later on I'm gonna do like a PowerPoint presentation on all the different ways you can use it and why people should start using it more in different ways, you know. Because I do think the rooms are even more fun when they do it, and it doesn't mean that you always have to run the league. But like even when you run like a public session of 4, it's pretty cool to have. But I like it when you have 6 or more to have it, so that like if it actually gets to 6 people, you're like, okay, we're running the league, you know. And then when it's but otherwise you could have a room of 4 people and you're like, yeah, this is like normal, it's fun watching the fight and watching who does what. So yeah. Hey Sir Hixalot, good to see you. I hope you're doing really, really well. Hope everything's been going well in Texas, and it's always good to have you here. Are you still playing Go right now?
Round 4. Ready, go!
See, yep. I know Noodle is very, very strong, and I appreciate Noodle's you know, saying that they're my student. They are very, very strong. They have a lot of skills, but at the same time, it's really good to train against someone like Noodle. It can be really tough because Noodle is really good at punishing any kind of mistake. So what's a mistake? Like if you whiff in the neutral, it's a mistake. If you're fighting against any of their characters, you need to look at the EX highs. Noodle will use EX highs on you until you show you can beat them. How do you beat an EX high? You don't attack them. You need to study the other character's move list. You need to study where the EX highs are and understand the answer to an EX high is to duck it. So if Jackie does like an elbow, you should crouch dash. If Jackie does a beat knuckle and you block the beat knuckle, crouch dash. There's no EX high. Well, there's an EX high if he does beat knuckle kick. But you do want to start punishing. You do want to start training yourself to take advantage of your opponent using highs, including EX highs. But you cannot beat EX high with low punch, and you cannot beat it with Kage 3P. You can only beat it by ducking, let it whiff, and then beat it or evade punish it. But I would say the ducking one is usually, a lot of EX highs are telegraphed. Jackie's are telegraphed in a certain way because you just have to know which position, which things he's doing that leads to the EX high. And so if you fight against Noodle and you're attacking in the EX high, you're gonna eat a lot of damage. He's gonna do a huge combo against you. So Noodle's game forces people to, one, try not to whiff. If you whiff, it better be something really quick that you recover quickly from. Then it's not too bad actually. So something safe like a jab, right? But don't whiff anything big is number one. Noodle is good at guard punishment. So if you do something punishable, you'll probably get punished. Noodle is also really good at using EX highs, so you need to learn how to duck EX highs, where to do it. Crouch dash is my way of doing it personally. So yeah, I hope that helps. Yeah, keep it up with Go though. Keep it up with Go. And Go has some really cool tools, but I want you to learn Go at your pace. If I overload you with the tools of Go, you might not be building the foundation that you need with Go. You know, Go has certain foundations that you absolutely want to get good at, but Go is also very situation to situation and very clean, hard read. So sometimes Go's game can be very straightforward, so the opponent kind of gives them a hard time. Sorry that I didn't show the match there, I apologize. Also, Jackie's punch, the third punch is an EX high. So what it is that if you get locked by punch, you just want to crouch under the last punch. So I just do a crouch dash. Actually, that's actually my secret to fighting Jackie, is I do a lot of crouch dashes at certain moments that will make his EX highs hopefully not touch me. Alright, Hells, it's too bad you couldn't... no, they're just saying thank you for the match. Sometimes I misunderstand that thank you for the match for them, like, leaving the room, and it makes me sad. But no, they're still in the room. They're just thanking for the match because everyone's being very wonderfully polite. Rayblade doing amazing here. Sarah is a good match for Rayblade too. I can imagine that Rayblade Sarah is just applying so much pressure. But yeah, I would like to see more people try to use League Mode a bit, because I think it's really great, and I think it's a lot of fun. And if you have a sparring group, have at it. Like, ask them, say, hey, you guys want to do a league? You guys want to do a round robin room? And most of the time, they'll say yes. That said, if you have a sparring partner, it's really, really good to also do long set battles. First to 5s are great. First to 7s are cool. First to 10s are good. And even if you want first to 20, first to 40, first to 50, at the high level we do those. We don't really do it as a competition. We usually do like a 50, what I call 50 game gauntlet. All that means is that we're promising that we're going to play 50 games, same matchup. Sometimes even same stage, but they can be random. But we're committed to playing 50 games. The score could be 49-1, could be 50-0, could be 30-20. We're just playing 50 games. And the 50 games, one of the big advocates for this was Himajan, because a lot of the top Japanese players do this. Why do they play these like 50 game gauntlets? You get to explore the matchup more. You get to see the strategy. You get to see, okay, now that they were winning with this, I put a stop to it. Now what are they likely to do? And that gives you a better vision about how people are like gonna play against you once you do something. Last week I talked about how to read people. Okay, so, and I said one of the important things to understand when you're reading people, you don't need the whole map. A lot of people that are interested in reading usually want to have the whole map. And I'm like, you don't need to know the whole map. You need to know the answer that's in front. Right now, your opponent there's a certain thing your opponent wants to do right now. What is that thing? Is it just guarding? Is it just guarding and waiting for you? Okay, we throw that. Okay, or we guard break it. Is this opponent using backdash? Try to hit me with backdash launcher. Okay, well, we don't attack into that unless we're doing a side kick and we're close to them, but we could also just crouch dash forward and guard. We can also backdash ourselves and then see if they whiff, you know? So there's different answers there. You got to just kind of look at what your opponent wants to do right now, and there's usually something that they really want to do. When you get enough experience, you kind of see, oh, this guy wants to hit with this. This person wants to just toe kick a doom. This person wants to guard punish me. They're just guarding and they're waiting for a guard punish, and they do that. If you can, try to figure out what your opponent's doing. If you want to learn how to read, then that's the definition of reading. But after you figure out, then usually what they're doing has an answer. So try to execute the answer. This is what I call your compass. Your compass is just following what your opponent's doing right now. Now, after you do the answer, there's just one extra little step to observe. If I just keep doing the answer, will he keep losing? How stubborn is this guy? And if this guy is so stubborn, like, how long would it take for this person to stop doing this? To like stop losing, actually? Because here's the thing, if your opponent doesn't change, you should just keep doing the answer and beat them. But when they do change, it is useful for you to get a sense of what made them change or how much time it took for them to change. Because then that's the read you can start applying later, if you want to get deep into the mind games. But a lot of times you simply just, they're posing you a question, you're giving them an answer, And once you give them the answer, then you're just kind of seeing how stubborn are they, or are they quick to change. And when you know that, that's all the info you really need, besides the detailed stuff. But once you know that, you'll play a stronger reading game. You don't need the whole map. You just kind of need the compass, and you kind of need to know if they're going to change up or not. How stubborn are they, or how quick are they to make a change? And answering those questions will help you a lot if you want to understand reading. So I hope that makes sense. That is a repeat of a lecture I gave last week also. Very nice space time. That was a really nice round.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Very nice. After the parry, he does the football kick, and it's very dangerous to attack into that.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
So how's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing really well. I really like this fight between Spacetime and Incident. This is a really good match between these two. I think Spacetime playing Jackie has been so helpful by freeing them to feel a little more assertive. Spacetime's nature is to be pretty defensive actually, but they respond pretty quick when they know what they should be doing. So it's very scary. It sounds good, Noodle. It is. Spacetime's Jackie's improving a lot. I think so. It really is. It's wonderful to see. What I love about being the spectator on these dojos is watching everyone's progress, because everyone has really been improving. And now that said, when everybody in your group improves, you might not feel that growth as much, but it's there.
Round 1. Ready, go!
And Spacetime's applying pressure with stuff like 4P, 1P, really good. And watching, and this is one of the skills that Spacetime does have, is watching pretty well. This ring awareness was very scary. Oh no, this was guaranteed fall.
Round 2. Ready,
It was.
go!
It is a good use of 4-6P plus G, right? Or no, that was different. Yeah, very nice. Testing them on the charge attack. Nice. Very nice. Now Sir JD eventually will get to punish that, but I have a hard time punishing Jackie 6K too. It comes out at you out of nowhere.
Knockout!
Thank you very much for the follow.
Round 3.
Real Noodle, thank you so much for the subscription. It means a lot to me. You guys have really helped me a lot. Not gonna lie, I've had some tough moments during this summer, but everyone's support on Twitch has actually helped me quite a bit. It allowed me to kind of pay off some stuff that I really needed help paying off, yeah, it's helped so much. So thank you guys very, very much. Alright, a lot of people know that I've been seriously applying for work, and there's a certain job I really, really, really want. So I'm really, like, you know, excited, but working towards that. But yeah, you know, so there's sacrifices involved with that too. But it's been everything. The journey's been worth it though. and you guys have just been so amazing. So I'm hoping that the stuff I do helps you guys. But I also want you guys to know that you guys help me a lot too. The fight stick stuff, I haven't bought a fight stick stuff for like much of this year at all, but I did order stuff that eventually came this year. But yeah, but I pretty much haven't been. I wish I could buy more, but no, right now that's out of budget. There's no more, but there hasn't been a budget for fight stick stuff for like all of this year. So if I'm gonna give real talk, I think this, December mainly, there was just only like a trade purchase with somebody at Fight Kingdom, and there was one moment I did order some stuff from Golden Lever. That's pretty much it. Now I did get the octopus stick, but that was like paid for like a year ago. But yeah. Just like Yomi 2 was paid for at the technically like end of last year. But yeah. But right now the help is helping me. It really is. So thank you so much, Skills 2. Thanks for all the love. You guys know that I love the game and I love you guys too. It's fun spreading the joy and it's fun helping. So yeah, honestly, yes, the Twitch subscriptions help a lot. It's like a big boost. July was very nice, right? And August is looking nice too. Even though I haven't streamed nearly as much as I wanted to in August, but August is helping. So yeah. So losing to throws a lot. There's different ways to look at the throws, right? The answer to a throw is actually attack. And a lot of players lose to throw because they predictably defend. And that sounds crazy when you come from other fighting games, because sometimes it's like, oh, you gotta defend or you're losing. But sometimes in this game, if the throw becomes predictable, throw escape is actually not the answer there. If it's a predictable throw, the answer is to launch it. Is to do a combo against it. So like if you're Kage, that might mean committing to doing 3 PP or 9k plus G combo, depending on your opponent probably. Because that's a normal hit launcher. So like if you know for sure they're gonna throw, you can do those options. Attacking, it does beat throw, unless it was a guaranteed throw. Throw escape is used to do a couple things. It is used to protect your decision to defend. So like let's say you guard, well, okay, having a throw escape protects that to a degree. It protects from some throws. If you sidestep, having a throw escape in there protects you from certain throws. But another way to look at what throw escape does is it just simply denies the opponent certain throws. So like if I'm fighting against Kage and I don't want to get 10-foot toss, then I'll just do forward throw escape. I'll guard and forward throw escape. I won't hold on to guard forever. But it means whenever I'm vulnerable, I will deny that throw so it doesn't win the round for Kage. But that's denying a throw. If I know for sure Kage likes to do the setup, he likes to jab me and then 10-foot toss me, the answer is not to to do forward throw escape to avoid the 10-foot toss when I get jabbed. If for sure Kage likes to jab in the throw, the answer is if I happen to get hit by a jab, I want to mash a launcher at him. And Kage's launchers are like 9k plus G is kind of hard. 3 PP is a good easy one to do. So sometimes being a little more aggressive if you're normally defensive will help you protect yourself from being thrown. Because once you do it a couple times, they might very well just stop doing the throws on you. But they might be stubborn and keep doing it. That's the read. So CP Skills says, yeah, stop hesitating. Yeah, here's the thing. I have an emergency button for each character. So what's an emergency button? Emergency button is something I'm going to input when my brain tells me they're about to throw me. and it's very split second, so it has to be easy to input. With Leon, it's just P plus K, because you don't even need direction, right? You just hit P plus K, and that will normal hit combo. Okay, with Kage, I do think it's 3P, because I think 9K plus G just feels slightly more unnatural if I was already in the middle of doing certain other things. But I do think most of the time I can get 3PP, and in the worst case I'm ducking and 3P just turns into an uppercut, but that's not a bad thing either. So having an emergency button is good. Akira has kind of complicated emergency buttons. Jackie's emergency button is beat knuckle. He could also do 6K. So Jackie could easily just go, they're going to throw me 6K. But he could also really easily do, they're going to throw me P plus K, beat knuckle punch, beat knuckle punch. Beat knuckle is a really good emergency button. Break in case of being thrown, or break in case of about to get thrown. Right? That's an emergency button. Alright, Skills. Skills has a question. Weird question. What was Leon like in VF2? I've only ever played against the CP in that game. I've always wondered how he did against human opponents. I didn't play VF2 competitively, but I can tell you how he plays in VF2 though. Leon is good at chasing because of his uppercut, so he can punish mistakes with that uppercut. He does have good okizeme. He's good at knocking down because of like 2KK, and his sweep. So he's very similar to how he is now, actually. Rayblade, congratulations. And look at this, was a really good result from everyone. And this was really good for 16 people in here. So I hope you guys had a really fun time in that first league battle. We're going to go ahead and practice warm-up matches here. And we'll do another league battle. But we're going to do probably about, we'll do 4 games. Number of matches, 4 matches before the next league battle. That way you guys have time to use the restroom, get a snack, and do what you want, and then come back in. But yeah, get a smoke if you need to, get some oxygen if you need to. Yeah, so the thing about, so what makes 46K not a good emergency button? Because of the time it takes. So you could be very late and they've thrown you already. Throwing is really fast. Throwing is 10 frames. So for me, what makes a simple emergency button? At most one direction. Ideally, no direction. If it has no direction, it's so easy, right? It's P or it's K plus G, or it's P plus K. That makes it a good emergency button. Now, if it has to be like 6K, for Jackie, so be it. That's a really good one. For Kage, I like 3P. I think 3P is a great one. The big slap, and if they happen to do a high punch, your 3P will beat the high punch or high attack. And so it's 2 in 1, right? It's gonna beat throw and it's gonna beat high attack. So 3P can be a good emergency button. Hey Jim VGF, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Yeah, get good rest tonight. Have a good day at work. But I really enjoy it always. And we're going to enjoy the battles, for sure.
Ready, go!
So, yeah, let's go back to what Skills was saying. I'm so sorry, Skills. Yeah, you were asking about Leon, VF2. So, VF2 was my first VF game, so I have a soft spot for it. I do, too. Virtua Fighter 1 is my first VF game, and I played Lao because he looked like Tao Pai Pai. And, of course, people know he looks like Pai Mei. But actually, Virtua Fighter 2 is when I fell in love with Virtua Fighter. It was gorgeous. It played fast. That 60 frames per second, you could feel it. It felt real, like it was coming out of the screen because of that 60 frames per second. The animations were so good. The game was just gorgeous. So gorgeous. And so, Virtua Fighter 2, also the soundtrack, so good. So for me, Virtua Fighter 2 really... I was a kid who, my parents had just opened a restaurant like a year before Virtua Fighter 1 came out, and I was doing work in there, and they started paying me for time worked, and I was getting tips, when I was pretty young. So as a teenager, the Sega Saturn is very expensive, especially for that time. And when the Saturn came out, you know, I was thinking, do I want PlayStation, or want Saturn? And the answer was so simple because of VF2, Virtua Fighter 2. I know Virtua Fighter 2 is going to come to Saturn, so I bought a Sega Saturn with money I earned from the restaurant, and I bought games with money from the restaurant because my parents actually stopped buying me video games with Final Fantasy 3, which you all know is Final Fantasy 6, but on Super NES it was Final Fantasy 3 in the US. So Final Fantasy 3 was the last game I got as a gift from my parents. They never bought me a video game after that. So, but yeah, they did buy me Street Fighter 2. So, yeah, Virtua Fighter 2 still looks good. Like, here's the thing: if the new Virtua Fighter has a lot of costumes and whatnot, I would really love a VF2 style model. Or something that evokes it. It doesn't have to be exactly like a VF2 model, but I want something that really evokes that Virtua Fighter 2 aesthetic in a modern way. I think that would look so gorgeous. But I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what they're going to do with the new Virtua Fighter as far as the customizations and how far they go, you know? Because I don't know how detailed they're going to go. We've got ideas of how detailed they're going. And so it's quite a bit of work, but I do think customization is huge in fighting games. I think it's to Sega and any fighting game maker's interest to have as much customization as you can. I think RGG shows a lot of customization in their Like a Dragon games, right? Like, there's a lot of items in the Like a Dragon games. This is in your wheelhouse. So there should be a lot of cool stuff. I'm expecting it. I think it's a must, but we'll see. Alright, got it. VF Kids mode would be so much fun, especially if they have the T-Rex arms. You know, VF Kids is such a fun game, but it is a game that has an assist mode. So it has that's one of the early games that would have like an easy control scheme, or easier than normal, and that was VF Kids. And it was called Kids mode, but it was assist mode. And then, hey Kadaj, it's so good to see you. Hope you're doing really, really well. Always good to have you. Also, hey, happy birthday to Devil Ray. Today is Devil Ray's birthday. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Devil Ray a happy birthday. And also tell her thank you very much for introducing me to Detroit style pizza. Yeah. I think if they were to do VF3 style models, I would definitely like them to kind of adjust it to adjust the aesthetic a bit, because I do think the skins are a little too white. VF3 is so amazing for when it came out. It was definitely leaps above everything. I mean, if you bought 3D graphics design journals, like 3D graphics, like CG magazines that are all about rendering computer graphics, if you bought those in the late 90s, you would frequently see an ad for I'm trying to remember the name of the graphics. You had 3D CDMX was popular, but the one that did Silicon Graphics, which is used for VF3, so I guess it must be Silicon Graphics. Soft image, which people would call soft image, right? Because it was the expensive one. So it was expensive to get soft image. This will be after this game. We're gonna start another league battle. But soft image, we call it soft image because it was known to be the expensive one. It was known to be the Jurassic Park, application to create 3D graphics to render them and draw in 3D. And it was used, but Virtua Fighter 3, Taka Arashi would be on the ads for Soft Image. Soft Image would advertise with Taka Arashi as the mascot, basically. So Taka Arashi, mascot for one of the most premium 3D graphics artist apps of its day in the 90s. The one that was used for Jurassic Park. So there's some more history for you guys. There's some more lore. But yeah, I would love to see VF4 style models would be very interesting. If they do VF4 style, that'll be really interesting. Also, Incident, have a good night. Thank you always for the support. You've always just been amazing. I appreciate you so much, and I really hope I get to meet you soon. I do. And again, happy birthday, Double A.
Round 3.
Alcoholic Spaceman, always really good to see you. Welcome back. Good to have you in the room. And I hope you're doing great today. Yeah, we're gonna meet. It's gonna happen. Probably next year. I'm thinking next year. Okay, so CP Skill says, could you explain how to best use arcade mode again like you did last time? No problem, no problem. So arcade mode is a good way to train. I use it for training, right? Understand, before I say that, I do want to say, all right, we're going to start the league battle now. Good luck, have fun, everybody. So understand that when you're fighting the AI, you don't have to always be, if you're at the point where you are beating it, that's great, that's really good. But you can make it the goal to keep winning. But you can also make it a goal to just let yourself play however, and if you get hit, you just improve what you do when you get hit. If weird things happen, you improve how you do things that way. That's the first tip I'll give. After this battle, we'll talk more about how to use arcade mode, the way that I talked about last week. Alright, here we go. Alright, Alcoholic Space Set, man. Are we good? We're good. And we have a really good connection too. Nice. I really like this battle. This is so much fun. So we buy time with the sweep. Oh, we got lucky there. We thought we bought time, but they actually made trades that worked, but they were not able to convert when we crouched into the 6K. But they had the presence of mind. I really like what you're bringing, Alcoholic Space, and really good Jackie. Really, really good Jackie. Good. Good. Very good. I like that. I like that.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was a really good battle. Spaceman, your deck is really good. Really well played. Really well played. I made it harder with the set plays I did in that last round, but really, really good stuff. I enjoyed that fight so much. Yeah, you can do 9K after guard break at the wall. Yes. Oh, very fun match. I'm looking forward to more fight. You fought really, really good. You did. You fought really, really good. So, like, you made really quality decisions. CP skills. So, arcade mode. Stage 1 and Stage 2 are good for combo practice. They're also good for wall combo practice, wall setup practice, throw, what do you do with the throw, stuff like that. Practice things because the AI is just going to let you hit them. The AI is going to let you do stuff to them. So practice those things. That is like a training mode. Stage 1 and 2. Stage 3 is a little like that too. Now, stage 4 is when it gets real.
Ready, go!
Really good stuff. Space Time's doing so good. Really good choice for throw here. Very good.
Knockout! Round 3. Ready, go!
Good game, Space Time. Good game. No, there's so I was busy playing. So anyhow, there are 9 stages plus Doral, and Akira is almost always the 9th stage. So what I can say is basically stage 4 to stage 9. You're basically playing. You're actually focusing on your VF decisions. And if you are finding yourself winning a lot, then what I want to challenge you to do is to change your decisions. If you're doing Itaku, try to do the other decision from what you would normally do, and just get yourself comfortable doing the options you don't normally do. Get yourself comfortable throwing in Itaku, and if the AI hits you out of it, practice the fuzzy guard in that situation, right? Or practice whatever's good based on how they hit you. So if you feel like you're beating the AI too much, which doesn't happen much, a lot of people say they do. I've never seen people that beat the AI that much. Some do. But if you are, then just do other choices, but train yourself on what to do on the consequences. So like you do throw, it hits you. Okay, what do I do when I get hit when I was doing a throw? That's what you want to do. Now, if you're wanting tips for Doral, I would just say that like learning how to evade punish is pretty strong against Doral. Against the Doral AI, so you can start with that, and then you can move on to other options. But learning how to evade punish is pretty strong against Doral's AI. But you might sometimes just lose some stuff. Learning where to apply Nitaku and how is pretty good too. Against the Akira AI, it is good to start using delayed evades like backdash evade, forward dash evade. And practice using those, and practicing evade cancel so that you can guard after you do a failed evade. So practicing stuff like that's good too. But that's a gist. There's so much you can do with arcade mode to train. I hope that helps. Hope that helps skills.
Round 1. Ready, go!
I was actually trying to do this, but I got the front crouch 6P plus K. I didn't get the back there.
Ready, go!
Very good. I actually input too early. I've been inputting too early today.
Knockout! Round 3.
That's not exactly how I use arcade mode in most fighting games, but that is how I do it in VF. But I think in general you should do that in general against AI. Like you should like be allowing yourself, like you shouldn't be just trying to win every situation. I mean you could, but if that starts to get stale, then you should start training yourself on what you do when you don't win situations, and you do pick options that could fail. Learning how to do options that you don't have confidence in is really strong. It's really, really strong because it trains you to be stronger in those situations. It trains you to fight it trains you on how to fight your discomfort. It trains you to avoid being tunnel visioned on your attack decisions. So forcing yourself to use more moves, forcing yourself to just play around with the game, allowing yourself to relax enough and not care so much about the result, care about what you do with each result. It's hard to do with human nature, but you can do it. And when you do it, you're less likely to tilt. You're more likely to make good decisions even when your opponent hits you. And it's still hard. It's still hard for me to do a fuzzy guard when Akira hits me with dashing elbow, right? Like my brain still wants to panic or something for some reason there. But it's getting easier. But yeah. But my easy tips for this game too. Number one, get used to being very numb when you get hit. Meaning, don't freak out when you get hit. Don't feel like it's such a negative thing. Just look at the numbers. We're not fighting real life, so we're not dealing with physical pain. We're only dealing with emotional pain. Let's cut the emotional pain out. Cut the emotional pain out so that you can focus and do what the good option is when you get hit. Number one tip. Number two tip, once you're comfortable with your character's animations, like how it looks when you attack, when you do stuff, then if that's the case, if you know your character's animations, you should be watching your opponent's half of the screen. Almost all of the information that's relevant in this game is on your opponent's half of the screen. It's not exactly like Street Fighter 6 where I need my eyes to be in 8 places at once. Virtua Fighter is actually pretty simple. Just watch your opponent's side of the screen. Almost all the information you need is right there. You can interpret the rest. You can kind of know what the rest is just from your knowledge of your character.
Ready, go!
Nice. Like, happy birthday. We do love you. We give tough training here.
Round 2.
Remember what I taught you on Saturday? This is a test on Saturday. There you go. Look at that duck and punish. Duck and throw is a very fast punish. That was beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Evade punish, not bad. Duck and punish is better. So you see what Leon's doing here? Duck and punish it, right? Very good. Very nice. That was excellent. Good choices.
Round 3. Ready,
It is 100%. Nice. Good. Nice. Nice.
knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
That was beautiful, low throw. Nice. Oh, that was good.
Knockout.
All right, good round. Yeah, those low throw, that low throw was awesome.
Ready, go!
Good. That was a beautiful low throw again. I love it. Good game. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Devil Ray. That was a really good game. That was an awesome final round. You played that really good. So keep it up. Really good stuff. Way to use your defense and throws. A lot of Vanessa players need to throw more than they do. They don't realize how amazing of a throw game Vanessa has. Vanessa has an amazing throw game. Use it. You know? Yeah. Devil Ray played awesome that game. Like, once you get to the advanced level, people like to evade cancel, right? Well, evade cancel has a very easy answer. Throws just flat out beat it. Alright, Avoid, here we go. Very good. Very good. That was punishable and I was late. That was minus 13 and I can kick. Actually, this might be minus 15 nowadays because of Revo. But traditionally minus 13. Someone let me know if 4 PK is 13 or minus 15. Or even minus 16 because that's a new thing. Move quick, yeah, but we've got another league coming. We'll have room soon. So Kamai says 13 still, yeah. So good. It didn't become one of those new things that became 16. Like Brad has minus 16 now. It's like, oh, okay. Very good. Good. Very good. Forward throw. Didn't duck, stand in time. There you go. Nice. Alrighty, Void, here we go. Now we've given Void enough confidence. Let's see what he does with the confidence now. There's always the risks here.
Ready, go!
You can't evade cancel that. It's gonna have enough hit frames. I like that he went for throw though. He did go for throw. It was actually a good place. My brain did want to evade. Look at that. 3P was beautiful. Very good. Alright, good game, Avoid. That was an epic battle. Really good battle, my friend.
Forgot the train, eh?
Man, awesome. I'm glad you guys got to meet while you both were at Evo. Kamai's is a good friend going way back. And Kadash is someone I really hope to meet soon too. Kadash, I'm really glad you went to Evo and you did very well there too. And so, really good stuff. Thanks for representing Virtua Fighter at Evo. No, Void, you did great. That was a really good game, man. Good game, my friend.
Round one.
Keep it up, Alcoholic Spaceman. You'll get there. Alright, C skips, here we go. I like the defense, it's gotten a lot better.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
Are you doing okay? Alright. Nice, good throw. Good job in the throw. That was good. Almost had the better combo.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go.
Very good.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go.
Very good. Nice. Very good.
Knockout.
Alright. It's giving, we're doing focus practice.
Go. Excellent.
Good games, 2 scoops. Keep it up. I hope you don't mind, like, it's like mitt training. I'm giving you a lot of targets to work on and understanding, like, the defenses that your opponent can run into. It can put you through. But keep it up. You're doing well. And I like your defense has gotten better after all this time. Your defense has been improving like a lot. Oh no, move quick and Ultra Subas crashed out. I'm sorry you guys. I didn't know you guys crashed out. Sorry.
Round 1. Ready, go.
Really good to see you, Hat Person. Very good. I like the judgment there. I like that too.
Knockout.
That's really good.
Round
Let's
2.
keep doing this, Hat Person. I like fighting you.
Go.
Oh no, it slowed a little. Okay, it's good.
Knockout. Round 3. Ready, go.
You missed. Very good. Keep it up, Hat Person. You got it. Very good. Very good. Nope, that was bad. That was punishable too.
Knockout.
There you go.
Round 4. Ready, go. Knockout.
Alright. Okay, here we go, Hat Person. It's round 5. You and me.
Ready, go! Knockout.
Alright, good game. Good game, Hat Person. I hope you don't mind the sparring, but it was a lot of fun for me, working on a lot of stuff. And I hope it was working on a lot of stuff for you too, but I think you have a really good VF. I do, and I enjoy working on it. Very good games, man. Thank you very much, Hat Person. So Alcoholic Spaceman said, oh, I'm going to focus on Bushido, and then I'm going to read what Alcoholic Spaceman said. I appreciate it.
Ready, go!
Oh, that chop.
Knockout.
Very good. Delay, low punch is really strong.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I'm really glad, though, that you're back on it, bike, though.
Excellent. Round 3.
But I thought you were playing pretty sharp,
Go!
and I'm glad. Man, that throw was a real good choice here. There we go. I was like, throw is the answer. I was like, throw is the answer here. It was a lot of fun, though.
Ready, go!
That was good. Good game, Bushido. Really good game. I love it. Good game. That was so much fun. So, Spaceman said, I've learned so much so fast after joining the community. It's hard to put it all to work and make it a second nature. It's a lot of time and practice, yeah. I've been in command training a lot recently just to try and do more stuff and see what Jackie can do. His side shuffle is cool, but I can't ever get it to work in a game. It takes a lot. What I would say about stance stuff like Jackie's stances, because Jackie has interesting stances where they move him back, they move him forward, they kind of move, right? Moving stances, the thing about moving stances, you need to threaten your opponent first. Your opponent has to be sufficiently threatened first, and then those stances become very good. Because they make you gotta, and it's not like they have to be threatened, doesn't mean that you just keep hitting them. Them being threatened means you see them actively defending because they're afraid. You see them having trouble with your offense, not just by getting hit, but by like they start reacting slow. You can feel the pressure you're putting on them. Once you have that, moving stances become a lot easier to use. But for someone like me, I'm not going to fall for it as much, but it's hard. But yeah. But Jackie's moving stances are pretty good, too, in general. Very good. Oh, because we're playing delay 5, that's why it feels slow. Okay, and that's okay. We both have it set to delay 5. Alright. I see. Hat person, were you? It's more about how the bracket played out, but not because of the bracket itself, right? The hard part with Evo is sometimes there are people that are playing other events, and they might have like chose not to come in. But I know that there was one bracket where that kind of happened a lot. I think the Ryan Hart bracket was one of those brackets, right? Oh, you had the Ryan Hart bracket?
Ready, go!
It was unfortunate what happened to Ryan Hart though, because Ryan Hart's luggage got lost. And so he had to, you know, like, and so he was working with that at the airport, so. Because he was arriving that morning. Very good. Nice low throw. But yeah, Sat person, sorry about that.
Round 5. Ready, go!
I see. It is hard to have a rhythm when the two first opponents don't get there. Yeah, I'll tell a story for myself about it too. Right, good game, Firebird. Good game. So, for me, the benefit I get from being a player that typically gets seeded at tournaments is that it usually gives me sort of a runway to work with to kind of build my game up. But even if I had a rough bracket, no matter the bracket, I do like a assessment of myself as I play. And I don't expect myself to be 100% from the start. I expect myself to be probably 60%, but I assess from there, and then I kind of set little goals for each round in each game, and I move up and up and up that way. So I definitely relate to Hat Person having to like, because the only answer then is to play casuals, which is weird to do in a tournament like Evo. Though sometimes you can, but sometimes you have no choice. Nice. Nice, Judy. Very nice. That's a way to do the damage. Get this advantage. Because I already evade cancel, I could not evade this the second time. Watch this evade cancel, cannot evade. You have to know when you evade cancel, you cannot evade for a full second. So the good thing is in this game, if you see somebody evade cancel like here, like this step here, which was a evade up into cancel, if you see this, then like you can actually do attacks that like move forward really hard because they can only block. So, but that's a very advanced technique, but that's something LD Wells does pretty well. So yeah. Very nice.
Time's up!
Alright, here we go.
Round 3. Ready, go!
That was beautiful, Red.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Very nice uppercut, G. I love that. That was beautiful. That was good. Right. Good game, Sir JD. Sir JDE, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Keep it up. I like, in those last 2 rounds, there were a lot of decisions I liked. I liked the use of space and how you used it. Space does have its limits, but I really liked the way you used it. So, good games. Good games, my friend.
Round 1. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 2. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 3.
Evo had amazing attendance.
Go!
You know, like, I wish I was there.
Knockout!
Whew. I tried to give you a real hard time, Kumaba, and I tried to make it hard for you to read. Thank you for the battle. Juicebox, thank you so much for the raid. Lagema, also thank you for the raid. Lagema's been doing VF events every Tuesdays as well, right before I do these. I really appreciate them. It seems like they're an organization in Latin America, and they do United States, North America welcome events as well as South America events, and then they do hybrid events too. So yeah. Hey Juicebox, thank you so much. Good to see you. I hope you've been doing really, really well, Juice. Hope you've been doing great. Alright, Evoid, have a good night and thank you very, very much for the battles. Thanks for joining the dojo sessions and I hope you've been doing well. Always great to have you here though. Combo Breaker is definitely a really great event, so. Nice, you got a Raidblade ranked replay, excellent. Juicebox says, yep, just focusing on offline, working my anti-pie stuff and trying to use homestays combo instead of my own. It's stuff to work on, gotcha. But yeah, and pie you definitely want to work hard, yeah. A good pie, all types of pie can be really tough because she's so disruptive, because she can win in speed in ways other characters can't. Right? Obviously there's 11 frame jab, but there's also high damage, there's better damage 12 frame, two-handed attack that just wins a lot, stops a lot. But she has other ways too, and now she can, and she has a little push. Bushido, congratulations on the nice clean sweep, you played amazing. I had a lot of fun there, and Firebird as well. Kumabo and Evoid, special shout outs. Everyone, that was a lot of fun. Hope everyone enjoyed those fights. So let's see here. So we are queuing up for the next league battle. Wonderful to see Sisha in here. And thank you for joining us. Sisha's been doing well. She's been improving. I really like watching their Sarah. Alright, Hat Person, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I hope you're doing well. Again, sorry about what happened at EVO there. You know, if you felt like the bracket itself had a problem or anything like that, you can let me know too, because I was consulted to seed that bracket. And I'm totally cool hearing what people's thoughts were, if they had any criticisms of how of how it was, but I do think that the seeding process was very fair. It was done by committee, and everybody had to justify the decisions they made or give good reasons for why they kind of like how they were rating the powers of players. It's a complicated process. I'll just say it's a very thorough process, but at the same time, it's not a match rigging thing. There's definitely a auto-generated aspect to it, so that because you don't want to manufacture brackets, but you do want to kind of try to make them fair, but also try to make them, as well as you can. But I definitely understand when it sucks when you're in a bracket where a lot of people didn't show up, and then you come into the match cold against somebody that's been getting matches in. Because I agree with that. Like, I definitely will say having matches in is big. There was a tournament I played in. It was the second online qualifier, and if somebody were to ask me, because of my performance in the first one, I ended up having like a bye in the first round. And if someone were to ask me would I prefer to play the first round or have a bye, I would prefer to play the first round, because I would like to have more matches going in before I get to quarterfinals. If I'm gonna get to quarterfinals, and if I get knocked early, I have a lot of homework to do, but I have a lot to do in the climbing up the losers bracket. But when you get knocked into the losers bracket, you end up playing like a lot of matches, and so sometimes that path through the losers bracket gives you all the runway you need to keep raising your performance for each game, each round. And so I actually do believe in performance management, and so with the performance management, I do like to have more matches. But I'm honored if I get a bye in the first round, but I definitely performed better in tournaments where I've had to play a first round. So Hat Person said, overall though, Evo was fun. I'm really happy to hear that. Had good sets against people at my level. Awesome. I'm really happy to hear that too. Saw a lot of people and had lots of time with my partner around town. That is awesome. So I am glad to hear that overall, aside from that bracket crap, I'm really happy to hear that you had a good trip. It was worthwhile. It was fulfilling, I'm hoping. And I hope your partner and yourself had just the best when you went around the town. Nothing wrong with the bracket. I'm glad to hear that. But if there was, I would definitely let me know, because I understand when people feel like it didn't roll their way, and it gives me good food for thought whenever I do consult on a bracket.
Knockout.
Man, congratulations on getting a game off of Rio Real Kamais. I know you can do it. So then he went crazy in the third game. I see. Sir, JDE needs more critique. Let me see what JDE said. So JDE said, good games everyone. I learned a lot. I need more critique though. Okay, I can give you some critique. So right now there's not too much to critique. Your game plays a little more patient, which is not bad. That's good, because you are playing active. You're not trying to play Tekken and VF that some people do, right? But you are applying pressure. I think when you were trying to throw me, so I was successfully fuzzying your throws. So sometimes the technique you can do, but the way that I was playing made it hard, is that you saw me trying to leverage crouching under your throws, and then evading if I thought you were gonna strike. If somebody like me was just holding down and guard, that's when I would say for sure elbow would be a really good tool, because you could do elbow into Nitaku, like elbow into uppercut or elbow into throw is really good. Against what I was doing, crouch dash into uppercut probably would have helped you get an in. But you probably wouldn't have gotten a counter hit the way that I was playing against you. So it would have to switch to like crouch dash into elbow, or delay into like a poke, delay into P. You can also force guessing with you had reasonable good guesses on Jumanji stance, so you could use the opportunity when someone's playing all defense like that to do elbow into Jumanji and force a guess right away, if you're confident in the guess. But that would be a weird way to play, but that's a way to play against the way I was playing. Like when I was forcing you to kind of deal with what a strong defense might be like. or somebody committed to defense in your face. There's stuff like that. If you can sense a pattern in like me poking, and especially when I'm playing like that, then like backdash is good. But there were times when I wasn't attacking, so I was just using defense. So you had to figure out how to beat someone just playing defense. And I would just say, vary the timing on throws. Vary the timing on elbow is fine, because at least with elbow, if they block it, you can just fuzzy guard. You know. Kage's lows are a little weird, but you could do them, but they are risky. Kage's lows are actually pretty risky. Like evade and I can sidekick BKP you. But they can work, but I don't like them as much. I prefer using delay throw over low attack, if I'm being honest. But I play Leon, so I've got really good low attacks, and so the lows are being used a little aggressively, but in a different way from this. I don't really like. Okay, I do like to use Leon's 2P plus K to crack people that are just standing guard. So I have to admit to that. And I do like using 1K, but I like to be much more objective about where I'm using 1K. But yeah, but from what I saw of your play, JD, I like a lot of what I saw of your play. I thought the foundation is good, and that it's just more experience, right? But you play pretty good. I need to see your other battles to give you a better critique. I was just mostly challenging your offense to find a way to crack me. So let's see here. Fatal Fury had a crazy absentee rate. That's really unfortunate though. Fatal Fury looks cool. It's fun to watch in my opinion, and I want to see it keep doing really well. But at least a lot of people did register for it. But yeah, that's too bad if people had to bail or couldn't make it. Yeah, losers from early on definitely gives you a lot of room to get hot, 100%. Yeah, Evo, it is interesting if Evo tends to have no-shows, but I think that's usually people playing multiple games, and some people deciding they want to rest because they're exhausted from day one or something like that, or from earlier matches. 70% DQ rate, that's really unfortunate. I like King of Fighters 13. I really like it a lot. When I know, when Juicebox really likes King of Fighters 13, I was like happy that he appreciated that game so much. Okay, so Fen says, a bit of an advanced BF question, but when Japanese players constantly PK punish with throws after a fuzzy, are they always No, they're not option selecting that. Okay, if Japanese players are doing PK punish on after a fuzzy, that's not them doing option select. Is it? I don't think so. I think that's reaction. It's a very reaction thing to do. Like, if there was an option select, and which I do, like attack option select, I would use a 15 frame attack. When people do PK, they're doing it reaction. They're forcing themselves to react, and they're playing a situation they're more comfortable with. They could do it. They could absolutely do it. It's not hard to do, but the problem is that K, it becomes like the thing you have to react with. And then if you're reacting with the K, you might as well react with the PK, in my opinion. But if I was going to do fuzzy guard attack, I'm going to be doing like a 15, 16, 17 frame attack if I'm going to do fuzzy guard attack. Because it's not harder to do than PK. It's just higher upside, you know. But they could be doing it just because there is a reason to do it that way. So the reason to do fuzzy guard attack with PK is because if your opponent uses a slow attack, that P is sometimes fast enough to where it's like, okay, it means that you have to use something like more medium speed instead of something really slow, right? But even then, it's just for a few frames. But me personally, if I'm gonna do fuzzy guard attack, because that's a little bit more of a harder read, I would prefer to do it with something that was a little bigger than PK. But maybe they don't want the risk. So it's possible they do it with option select, but I honestly am under the impression that when it comes to the PK, they're probably doing that on reaction, because I think it's not that hard to do when you're focused. But if you feel like you need to, I guess, yeah, it is a lower risk way to do, kind of. But yeah. Alright, SuJD says I have videos. I know I couldn't hit Bushido at all. Oh, Bushido is really vicious, and it's you can see Bushido blew me up pretty good. So yeah, Sisha, really good. The hard part is mental stacking in case they do anything else. Yeah. Alright, after this game, we're going to start the next league battle.
Round one. Ready, go!
Firebird, thank you very much, though. Really good to have Zack Attack in here. And Sisha, of course. And Move Quick, I'm glad you're here now. So good to have you. Always great chats, too. But we didn't chat as much in the past week. Jowo, though, awesome to have you here. So good. This is great. And Bava, so good to have you here. Welcome. Alright, Joe says throw whiff is 34 frames, average reaction is 18 frames, so you'd have 14 frames to input a punish. That's doable for sure. Yeah. No, for sure. For the reaction, but it is fun doing the fuzzy guard attack with like the 8, yeah, with like the 17 framer. Joe says, I'm only doing this one because I want to do my other stuff. Okay, we'll start first. We'll start right after this game. Scratch the itch. I was about to do other stuff. No problem, Firebird. Let's see. Know what I thought I was going to do at least 2 leagues, but not tonight. Okay, no problem, man. Firebird, thank you very much. Does depend on the character. That's why Lao is super strong in that regard. Yeah, he is. Lao's got cool stuff too, like the from crouch 3P, P plus K. Well, that one's a little different because that one you're trying to stand guard normally. So, but Lao can.
Round four.
Calamity, what do you use when you do Lao's fuzzy guard attack if you ever use that? 3P plus K is really slow. 4P plus K is really slow. From crouch 3P in theory, but it's like, no. Like, because you're standing guard if you're doing a proper fuzzy guard attack. John P plus K is very easy for me, or not easy, but I like doing John P plus K for the reaction because you can do that on reaction, but you can also build that in as a fuzzy guard attack. It's quite good. I like 4KP, but yeah. Alright, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck, have fun. Alright, Bushido said, hey brother, had to jump out, baby being extra. No problem, take good care of baby. I am so happy that you joined. Thank you very much, Bushido. I loved our fight. You fought awesome, and I loved it, so. And Calamity's on call, I understand. See you, Spaceman, have a good one, and thank you so much.
I'll give it 100%.
And don't forget to add each other if you haven't added each other on Steam yet. Again, always have good sparring partners.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout.
Right.
Round two. Ready, go!
I should show the next part of that sequence.
Knockout.
Very good delay low punch. Delay low punch was really good there.
Round three. Ready, go!
Okay, gotta punish. Very good. Good change of pace.
Knockout.
That was a very good change of pace. Like you're mixing up the pace, which is a good thing.
Ready, go.
As long as it's intentional, nice, but yeah. So testing of side throw. Very good. Nice. Oh, yeah. That wasn't guaranteed. Very good pounce. Very good pounce.
Round 5. Ready, go. Knockout.
Good game, Spaceman. Good game.
Forgot to train, eh?
I read Reaper's comment about Bushido calling him the Smurf. Alright, Zack attack, here we go.
Round 1. Ready, go.
Very good. Good throw choice. Good defense. Nice low throw. You got it? Yep.
Round 2. Ready, go.
I like that one. Okay, nice delay. Almost. That was a good attempt at low throw though. It was a good moment for fuzzy guard, but I didn't do it that time.
Time's up.
Alright.
Round 3. Ready, go.
Good. Oops, minus 13 on that one. Very good. Very nice. Alright.
Knockout.
Here we go. This is where you can rob me really good here.
Round 4.
Let's see what happens.
Ready, go. Excellent. Round 5. Ready, go.
didn't get the card. That was really close. That was really, really close. Good game, Zack Attack. Good game.
I want a serious fight.
It was nice. The strategy that you chose was to try to make the guessing very limited, but trying to score big on it, which is not a bad strategy. A heavyweight character has a higher chance at winning neutral against a lightweight character, so the lightweight character has to approach with more defense. But the guessing can be very brutal and scary, so it was a pretty good idea. Really good stuff. That was exciting in that 5th round.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Nice. I like that. I like this 9K choice here.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Couldn't get the evasion time. It's really hard. I like the 9K there. That 9K was sick.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go!
Man. I like that. That was not so good.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout!
Good game, good game. Nice delay. Nice delay low punch. Delay low punch is a very strong one too. When the opponent's health is that low, it's really good. So, good game, my friend. Good game. He punished me for doing an evade cancel. So delay low punch will do that. That's weird. My chat view is not working good on my on OBS. So I missed a lot of chats because it hasn't been updating on
Round 2. Ready, go!
see.
Ring out.
Good game, Reaper. Good game. Alright, so let me see the messages I missed because the chat wasn't updated on OBS. So I went all the way back there.
I thought I'm better.
Or no, it's because I scrolled up and then I didn't scroll back down. Alright, we can catch up here. So that's on me. Yeah, gotcha. How does one practice getting out of their comfort zone? This one is an exercise in discipline. You have to force yourself to play in a style that you don't normally play. Try to get yourself to use different moves and tools. It's easier to do this with arcade mode, and it's easier to do this against AI, and then start to do it against people. But doing it against people right away can help too. It's hard. It's harder, but sometimes the harder seals it in more. It's really easy to fall into a comfort zone in general, but that comfort zone becomes how people read you. So I have my comfort zone, right? Calamity was punishing my comfort zone. He's punishing my decisions to ECD at certain spots and my decisions to do low punch at certain spots when under sufficient pressure, right? This is stuff that, like, if you're threatening me a lot, I will probably do these things. The thing is that's the read, right? When you're under a lot of pressure is when you end up doing your comfort zone stuff. It's easy to play outside of that when you're not under pressure. So this is the hard part. So eventually you do have to just force yourself to play different ways against people. I do think playing lots and lots is a way to help you do that, but you have to keep in mind that you're trying to play without trying to win so much. When people try to win so much is when they go for their comfort zone. When they try to play with a little more whimsicalness and a little more training mindset, that can help you break the comfort zone.
Round one. Ready, go!
Nice, nice.
Ring out.
Right.
Round two. Ready, go!
Very good. That was really good, Baba. Okay. Does Pi 3PK2 charge cancel actually give more frame advantage? I don't know the dynamics. I just know that's a really good technique to do.
Excellent.
Might have to use record to test this. Probably.
Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, Baba. Good game. Alright, let me see what's been said. Now, his fence was asking that. I have to hit this button
A
too.
serious fight.
Really? Okay. That's okay. So might have to use record test it, yes. Panda says hi. Panda, it's so good to see you again. Thanks again for the support. Leon with those lows. Yeah, Leon's got very annoying lows. But you also saw Calamity crush those lows with 9k. Lots of damage. Close one as usual. Yes, always a close one, Calamity. I love fighting you. You know that, so. The Baba Boss strats, yep.
Ready, go!
Nice. I like the throw choice there.
Knockout.
So, Baba, good games always.
Ready, go!
And Sisha, I hope that advice helps. Nice. I like this. I like that delayed 9K. That's actually pretty cool.
Knockout.
Oh,
Round 3.
you weren't able to join earlier. I'm sorry, Syrup. We just started this one, I think. Let me see. But I hope you can join us soon. Nice, nice. Very good. Very good.
Time's up. Round 4. Ready, go!
Nice. Good choice. Oh, I like that.
Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, 2 scoops. Good game. So this move that I use right here goes under high attacks.
See? I thought I'm better.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you play to learn, not necessarily to win, right? I play to learn all the time, including when I try to play to win, but sometimes I set aside that play to win to focus on building skills and building comfort with techniques I don't normally use, and to try to get something going that hasn't been going. So yeah. I see. I hope you're able to join us later, Syrup, but it's okay if you're not. But I always love having you, but I appreciate you in the chat too.
Ready, go!
Alright, come on, well, here we go. Nice. Good, they switched it down. Good. I like that positioning. I like that too. Very good.
Round 2. Ready, go!
I'm glad to hear that you like the current pace, but always feel free to give me feedback. Let me know if it could be better. Ah, that sucks.
Round 3.
Yeah, keep playing to learn, Princess. It's always the best. In my view, it is. Alright, have a good night, Ari. I love you. Very good, but it doesn't ring me out.
Knockout. Round 4. Ready, go!
glad I punished that move. That move is freaking like 30 plus damage. It's so insane. That does not look like a 30 damage move. Hey, good game, Kumubo. Good game. I do play really hard against Kumubo because I know what can happen once they get the momentum going and once they get a feel. But it's always fun to challenge, and I know that I assume that's how they really like the fight to go. So. It is scary when you see the Rock Reaper just stopping or just playing certain ways. You're like, what's going on here? Don't worry, he does that to me too. No, I don't have it out for you. It's because I think your skill level is quite strong. So Kumubo, it's because I think you're very strong as a player. Like I feel like I'm trying to help you push there, but it's not like I don't think you have to work on. Well, I'm under the impression that it's not your fundamentals, right? That it's like, and so I also know that I have to give you a lot of feedback with Leon's gameplay because of how interactive that is. I like that choice. I always love fighting Joe. He shows me lots of good creative stuff, and it's always a fun puzzle to solve.
Round 3. Ready, go! Knockout! Round 4. Ready, go!
That was good.
Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go!
Exciting game as always, Joe. Always exciting no matter what character you're playing. It's always exciting. I love the way you approach your characters.
See? I thought I'm better.
That was the new tech. I see. That was a lot of fun. It's always fun, man. All right, move quick. Here we go. Good to have you here, my friend.
Round one. Ready, go!
Very good. Very good. That works.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go!
That was a good backdash. That was a good 3 people's K.
Knockout.
Very nice. The finisher is K plus GP.
Round four.
It's a good one you can do.
Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout. Round five. Ready, go!
Good. Good throw. Good game, move quick. Good game. Keep it up. Good stuff. I like the reactions. I like the responses. I like I like that we were working on our boxing. So keep it up. Akira's dashing elbow is always really good for boxing. So is his super dashing elbow too. Oh no, I don't know what happened to Calamity. Hope he's doing okay.
Round one. Ready, go!
Nice low throw. We're doing good. We're doing good. Karasubi, thank you very much. How are you doing, Karasubi? Nice. Nice. I like the catch throw right there. That was really good. Oh, that's the problem with highs. It's the problem with highs.
Round three. Ready, go!
Good game. That's the Leon tech right there. So Leon ring out tech there. Yeah. So you saw that the highs got punished, and that's what's important, was knowing that the highs were the things getting got punished there. So Karasubi says, I'm alright, just been watching some Homestay Akira matches, hell yeah, to get some ideas on having new combo options for specific character weight classes. Always a really good idea. Always a really good idea. Though I like watching all of the Akira players when I can. I like watching N10 as well. But Homestay give you like the best references. Though, actually, if you watch the tournament from Saturday night, Hato-sama played Akira a lot, and it's fun watching Hato-sama's Akira. Hato-sama's Akira is pretty fun to watch too. A.K.A. Kothi Asane. Which I'm sure I butchered the pronunciation of that name. You can watch it on Tampa Never Sleeps is one place, but also Sega's official VF channel on YouTube does have it too. At the very least the Japanese one does, but I believe the English one does too. So check Sega official. And it might be in the live section, but I think it's in the videos. Nice.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Good. That was a good duck. That was a good duck. Very good. You move to left or right? Or forward or back, I mean. Nice.
Knockout!
Yes.
Round 3. Ready, go!
And that was beautiful delayed low throw to catch the ECD. Almost. Nice. Very nice. Alright. Again, happy birthday.
Round 4. Ready,
I've been doing the weekend on Sundays, but we'll see what I do this coming weekend. But I think, you know, if Akai's back, it'll be wonderful. But if he's not, and I don't think he will be, I think Akai's going to be busy for a few weeks. But that's not a promise. We just wait and see. Whew. But I will probably do Sundays, and that does leave the room open for Saturdays. Oh, this is really good, really beautiful. That was good. That was good. Good game. Happy birthday again. That was a good birthday win. That one's total win there. Awesome one. And I really love the sequence that you got me against the wall there too. Like, not the wall combo, but the pressure you put on me. That was really, really good. Awesome, Devil Ray. Keep it up. It's a really, really good battle. So on Sundays I do PSN in the, well, this past Sunday I did PSN in the morning and I did Revo at night. Most likely if I do it again this weekend, it'll be Saturday night will be Revo and Sunday morning would be PlayStation. So we'll see. I'll make an announcement if I do it. But yeah.
I'm no pushover.
Yep, it is Devil Ray's birthday, so everyone again wish Devil Ray a happy
Better take me
birthday.
seriously.
Really wishing her a happy birthday.
Ready, go!
That was beautiful. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Calamity is on call, so he probably had to. Yeah, he probably had to work.
Ready, go!
Thanks for reminding us of that, Joe.
Ring out!
Hey, Rage Panda. Rage Panda 619.
Round 3.
Good to see you. How have you been? It's been a while.
Excellent! Round 4.
Work is good. Work is good.
Go!
Much better than no work. But I hope you're also getting good rest and good health. Very nice. That was really good. Really good, Sisha. Alright, here we go.
Round 5. Ready, go!
That's one of my traps there. Alright, very good. Very good.
Knockout!
See, really good 4-4P. Good game, Sisha. That was really good. That was a really, really good game. Good choice here to do the 4-4P. Half circular and 10 frames.
You'll never be a match.
That was excellent. Good games.
Round 1. Ready, go!
Very good punish. That was so good. So good.
Knockout!
Good. Good round, Space Time. Keep it up.
Round 2. Ready, go! Ring out!
How long am I gonna play? I will do one more league battle after this one. About one more league battle after this.
Ready, go!
So probably about 1 more hour. But I gotta rest and work on some projects tonight, so.
Knockout!
Yeah, no, Kai was doing the work of 4 people.
Ready, go! Knockout! Round 5. Ready, go! Ring out!
Good game, Space Time. Good game.
See? I thought I'm better.
Arcade Ghost, good to see you. Alright, move quick. Thank you very much. You have a good night. Rest well, and thank you so much for the session. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun having you as always, and I hope you're doing well. So, Arcade Ghost said, "Hi Chanchai, a void dragged me in, but I had fun. I'm really glad you did. I need to play these more. You should. I just lean on playing whatever's in ranked. I think this is a lot more fun than ranked, but it's good to do both. It's good to do both. So we're happy to have you here. And yeah, please do join us when you can. And send me questions anytime you want. I'm always happy to help. Always happy to answer. Our Panda, awesome to have you here. You know, we'll see what happens with EVO 2026. We'll see what direction they take it in and how they focus on it. We'll see who's still in the organization too. But I'm always open-minded about it, and you know, I think it'll be fine. But I understand people's frustrations. I do. But we'll see what they do. We got but yeah, I need to fully read this week's news, because this week's news makes it sounds more extreme than I imagined how it went, but I gotta read exactly what happened, because the way it's worded in the headline, it sounds a little extreme compared to what probably happened. So, yeah. Well, yeah, they're definitely making a gaming city, but I mean, the way that it's worded in one of the headlines I read made it sound like it was completely owned. And I think it's more of like, you know, they might have gotten a controlling majority stake. But I need to read the news. I don't want to just do the, you know, I understand how people feel, but I want to read actually what happened, or at least what happened publicly. So, but I'm also one that's not as hard on that. I mean, that's not as hard on like what it means as far as the event goes and how the event will be run and stuff like that. It's just the main objections people have are real but symbolic real, you know, and so that's where there's a lot of that concern, and I get that. Yeah. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, yeah, so that's what I was thinking, right? There's RTS, and then there's the Indian event company, right? And the Indian event company is the one that bought out PlayStation, Sony's shares of it, right? But Sony is committed to sponsoring through 2028. And then the company that owned RTS basically now bought the rest of the shares, besides RTS's shares, something like that. So yeah. But there's a lot of things you can think about it too, right? I mean, for those that are wondering about social implications, understand that in the past, throughout the history of sports, there have been many moments where the athletes do also, so people are worried about what an organization can use a sporting event to represent. But history has shown that because this is the field of entertainment, especially when it's international, global entertainment, the athletes have often had moments to really spotlight an issue, to really use it as an opportunity to go against the grain, to go against the powers that be, and to represent. So there's that too. So for people that are wondering about this concept of sports washing, in theory it could be a two-way streak, but at the same time you could see what happens. But if they truly are trying to quote-unquote sports wash, that means that they kind of, you know, like within a certain realm, they have to tolerate a certain symbolic act on the other side too. Or they show their hand if you think that they're going to overextend that hand, and that could be the opposite. They make their image worse when they're trying to make their image better. So if we're talking about that concept, it's like it goes two ways in theory. And right now during this fighting game community, it's easy for it to go two ways. You know what I mean? So this is definitely a time where the fighting game community is more diverse than it ever imagined it would be. And it has always been diverse, but it is now more diverse than ever imagined before. So there's that. And that's why, but people have the right to speak up and say what they want to say, and I think that's beautiful, and we'll see how that goes. But there's other events too, and everyone's talking about Combo Breaker, and you know, Combo Breaker is definitely an amazing event, so Combo Breaker is going to be an awesome event too. Yeah, Kumabo has really good points there too. I like it. Yeah, and honestly, the way that EVO's been the last few years, I really like it. I do. Now, I don't know what these deals mean for the profitability or the long-term viability of EVO, but what I can say is that I loved the direction that EVO has been going for the past few years. I really do. And even though I wasn't there, I could feel like that it was really representing so much, and it was becoming more of a convention, and I personally liked that route. I personally liked the route that it was being more of a convention. But we'll see what it goes through now.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout! Round two.
Alright, after this game we'll start the next league battle. Bannock is in here. Anybody want to fight with Bannock? He is in the room. He's amazing. Arpan is here too. And yeah, and I believe Calamity might not be back yet. They might be working. We'll see. I might wait actually a couple games, but we'll see.
Knockout.
Having it on PCs definitely adds its issues. People don't want to believe that. It definitely adds to it. PC is a very variable environment, but I like it. Numbers, thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a good session tonight, and always good to have you. And if you join us, that would be awesome too. But I'm sure you'd be streaming if you were joining us. Probably has to get rest and get ready for work. So sound would cut off when plugging in the DualSense pad. Yep. Have a good night, Two Scoops. Thank you very much for the battles. Thank you for the session. I hope you're doing well. I do think your blend of defense and attack has been improving like a lot. It was noticeable last week and it continued this week. Keep it up, Two Scoops. Numbers, have a good rest though. Have a good rest. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and start the next league battle now then. Here we go. Good luck. Have fun, everyone. Got Bannock in the room. Our Panda. These two have joined for the first time tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, also like some PS4 era controllers have trouble, right? So like the Quanba Obsidian tends to run into issues. The Quanba Pearl especially. It's like certain year models of those sometimes can run into issues too. Can sometimes have trouble getting the touchpad to work. Have a good night, Numbers, and thank you very much again. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you do well. Very good throw. I like that. I like that too. This 1K is such a big thing against Aoi. If she has loose highs, it's gonna beat it. If she tries to use Tenchi, it's gonna beat it. That said, of course she got Tenchi to move, but if Leon sees Tenchi, this is really good. I like that throw choice here.
Knockout.
Yep. Leon is hard to... So the thing about Leon, he always looks like he's at the ring. You have to understand, you gotta move more than half his body across the ring, like to the ring out zone. Yeah, Leon don't play that. Very good. It's probably down this time. Nope, went for 3. Very good. I like the back throw. Very good. Throw choice really good on Nitaku. No, it's slowing down. I don't know why. Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
So this is the backdash game doing its thing. Very strong against Aoi. Good. Good. Alright, here we go, Kumabo. Take it. I'm gonna try to kill you. You can take it.
Ready, go!
Good. And the one throw's good. I like that throw choice. Good throw choice. Good game. That was a really good game, Kumabo. So it was good training. You got to see a bit more there. I wanted to show you more. So I wanted to show you those things. And good game. But the thing that's giving your Aoi a hard time is all the lows. Not because, well, because they are lows, because, but where I'm trying to target them. but you can punish the lows very well in many ways. And Kumabo played that last round really good. So.
Round one. Ready, go! Knockout.
I'm glad the sidekick beats that. It's 4K.
Round two. Ready, go! Knockout. Round three. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good round. That was really good.
Round four. Ready, go! Knockout. Round five. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, Panda. That was so much fun. That was a lot of fun. Good game. We're playing on PC right now, KDC. But this is going to be the last league battle, but you should join the room regardless. Because they'll probably spar a bit more tonight. But yeah, really good game, Panda. I had fun.
You'll enjoy this, trust me. Ready?
It's showtime!
So good to see you, King Death Cradle. It's been a while online. I'm happy to see you, man. I hope you've been doing good. Hope you had a really good Labor Day weekend.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go! Excellent.
Congratulations on getting the job. That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that. Nice. Very good.
Knockout.
Very nice. Very nice, Sisha. That was really good.
Round 4. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game. Good stuff in there. I like some of the stuff I saw in there too. Good stuff, Sisha, as always. Good game.
To train, eh? I'll give it 100%.
Round 1. Ready,
You'll get there. It takes time. On his back throw.
knockout.
Those are the two back throws. And the others are forward throws, and except for the neutral, which is obvious. That's the neutral throw. Very nice. Very nice.
Knockout.
Very nice.
Round 3. Ready, go!
Excellent.
Knockout.
Very nice. I'll call it Spaceman.
Round 4. Ready, go!
That was really good. That was really good. Oh, that was your opportunity. Oh, that was a rollback.
Round 5. Ready, go! Knockout.
Good game, my friend. Good game, Alcoholic Spaceman. It's really good stuff.
What a knucklehead.
Zekfrost, I'm not sure, but you shouldn't try to plink it too fast. Just take your time with it. If you plink it, if you try to plink guard and punch, you risk accidentally hitting throw. And if you hit throw, you will not guard. So you should slow down. If you're plinking guard into throw escape, you should slow it down. Don't try to plink that. It's not worth it. Just kind of like, you have so many frames to do the throw escape. Like, it takes them 10 frames to throw you, plus whatever frame you're at. So
You'd better take me seriously.
so it's not worth trying to plink the guard punch too fast. if you're doing throw escape. Like just do, you know. That will save a lot of trouble. Yeah, that's because you're plinking too fast. There's two reasons for that. One reason is you're plinking, in which case you're hitting throw and you're not doing the guard. You're like, if you do it too fast, it becomes like a throw. See, like that was a plink, that was too fast. I know, it will still work that way. If I hit throw on the buffer, I'm not gonna guard. If I hit throw on the buffer, it's not gonna guard, it's gonna throw. And so it's not gonna throw, but what happens is you end up walking. That's number one way. There's a different way that happens for me, and what that is, the way that happens for me is like, you know how I input all three? So I forgot that I'm playing against Pronok. So I'm probably gonna get blown up now. But the second way is that I end up hitting, like I don't let go. Like I go from Ukemi to that. Oh, that hits more damage. I like that. So there's two ways to have a problem. One is that you hit throw. The other is that like you hit Ukemi. I hate that. That sucks. Good game, Bannock. Good game. So the second way is like if you hit all three, and you're like me. You're out thinking it. You're like, I hit all three, and then I let go of like kick. Or I let go of, and I'm just holding guard after that. If you do that, there's a good chance you will not guard when you wake up. It'll be like, guard becomes like null, especially when it passes the fuzzy window. So there's that. A third way is, you know how there's Goroshiki? Sometimes you're doing like almost like the Goroshiki, but not quite. But if you do Goroshiki, after that meaty window, you're not guarding really anymore. So those are the three ways that you screw up your guard on wake up. So the way that you help yourself is just press guard a little before before wake up, before you actually like are vulnerable. Just press guard a little before that, and then do the throw escape just a little after that. That's a much more secure way to avoid this problem. Yeah. Also, I used to do double tap guard sometimes to do this. Yeah. But sometimes double tap guard too fast didn't even work too. So I'm like, I just tell myself, wait a while, then guard.
It's showtime! Round one. Ready, go!
But Bannock, thank you very much. I'm glad you joined the room. Sorry I couldn't give you a better match. I just was thinking a lot about Zek Frost's request. But it's a good conversation, but it's a tough one to explain. But it used to plague me a lot during Final Showdown, and it still plagues me sometimes. Even today, I think it happened. It happened once today. It happened once today where I woke up and I ended up just not, the guard was not there, but I was holding it. How is that P plus K plus 12 frame move used? Okay, so this move is a fast. This move is like a fast high. If you counter hit with it, it's plus 15. And so a lot of times when you input this, you kind of input back just as a safety measure, because you can do this, right? So if you get this counter hit, then you can do that, but you have to input the back, like input it a little early. And then if you don't get that, then you just do PK. Now if you get like, yeah, you can also just do this twice in a row if you get the red one. So red means you can do the eye poke twice in a row. But you only get PK if you normal hit like yellow there. Like this, right? Very good. Catch throw wins. Catch throw wins. Yeah.
Knockout.
Very good.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Nice. Very. That was Leon's cheese. That was Leon being cheesy. Very good.
Knockout.
Very good. All right, here we go. Battle of the century.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Very good.
Knockout.
That was intense, Kusano. Intense exchange at the end there. Good stuff. Yeah, actually what it is sometimes is, again, just like press, just wait until you're almost recovered and then press guard. If you're gonna if that's what you're gonna do, just wait until like near the end of your recovery. You know? But also when you hit all three and you let go of P and K, that's what happens to me. Because I used to just go boom, right? And that would cause it to be guard is not working. Yeah, mindfulness, like making yourself mindful of the guard on wake up is probably the biggest way to do it for me. And Kasano, again, very good game. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, so Arcade Ghost, that 3P plus K move I use, I'll classify it as what I call an eye poke. Eileen has one, works very similarly, and Jackie has one as well. Works very similarly. They're usually a very like a 15 frame high attack that that on normal hit will do plus 12 and on counter hit would do plus 15. And so there are interesting things you can do from them. And then from side turn, of course, then they kind of act a certain way. So they're really good. Yeah, Kage has one. It's like it's his. It looks like it looks like Naruto. I can't remember names of characters anymore. I keep thinking like Kazashi, but that's not the name. But, you know, Naruto's teacher's palm. It's like a ninja palm. So yeah, Kage has like the ninja palm, right? I cannot remember names right now. My brain is like, it knows the general name, but it's getting screwed up on it. But right, it's basically his palm. So the ninja, yeah, Kakashi. So Kakashi's like palm. It's basically like that. It's like you get, if from the side, Kage can do it like once, two, and then do PK. But now I think Kage can do 1, 2, and then do like PP, 4 PK or something dumb like that. So it's really strong. Good games, everyone. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I had a really, really good time. I am going to go ahead and, after this, I'm going to, eat dinner and call it a night. But I appreciate you all. I had a great time. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Kadash, thank you so much, too. You have a good one, and I hope to spar with you some more soon, too. So, Had a great time. Congratulations, Bana, Kumubo, and our Panda. Did real awesome there. Alright. Thank you all so much. We're gonna find someone to raid, but yeah, you guys take care. Keep playing VF. Play more VF. And yeah, keep trying stuff out. Try to do some league battles too if you have a sparring group. If you know the people that want to do it, because it's always fun.
I won't go easy on you. It's go time, baby.
Round one. Ready, go!
Oh man, Black Star is doing Skate. Skate is a great game. Let's see. Of course, James Chen is doing It's Tuesday.
Knockout. Round two. Ready, go!
What's going on Justin Hugo?
Round three. Ready, go! Excellent! Round four. Ready, go!
There's gonna be some VF pausing due to Silk Song. Yeah, a lot of people can be playing Silk Song.
Round five. Ready, go!
Alright, awesome. Yeah, good luck at Beat Knuckle this Thursday. Also, everyone, don't forget to check out Beat Knuckle Thursdays. It's a tournament that's every Thursday. It's been very exciting. So, yeah, let me see here. Trying to see who else is on there. Dude. We are the only group right now.
I'm on top.
Okay, I think I know who we're gonna raid.
This is for real. Say your prayers.
Just focus on your enemy.
Round one. Ready, go!
Okay. Hey, thank you very much, Kasana. I really appreciate you guys so much. And our Panda, thank you so much. Our Panda has always been amazingly supportive. It might be more low key in the background, but in person too. But they've been an amazing friend and amazing, VF colleague. So thank you so much, Panda. Please give them a follow too. They may be streaming in the future. Let's see here.
Knockout. Round three. Ready?
All right, we're gonna go ahead and You know, actually, let's do Hoodless. I don't know Hoodless that well. I just know that they do play VF sometimes, and they're a Dead or Alive player. So let's go ahead and raid Hoodless as a thank you for all the times they've played VF and supported it. So.
Round 4. Ready, go!
Alright, thank you all so much. Have a good one. Take care. And let's play more VF very soon. Cheers.
Knockout.
Good to see Sid Kid and Radical Reactor fighting it out here.
Round 5. Ready, go!
Radical Reactor's playing this one very well though. Sid Kid is a strong player from, I believe, from New York. Way to go, Radical Reactor. Radical Reactor is a person who can be very stubborn. They're not going to play into what you want them to play into, so you got to really watch them a bit.
Ridiculous.
All right, cheers. Everyone have a good one. Take care.